Welcome, duelists, to the final matchup of Round 1 of the Duel Monsters League tournament. We have Weevil Underwood taking on Dartz, the leader of the Orichalcos movement. Now, once again, like other characters in this tournament, Weevil didn't have enough cards to make a complete deck, or at least one that was functional, so I went ahead and improvised. Of course, we have the infamous Petite Moth as well as its other variants, the Ultimate Moth and the Great Moth, having different effects than in the real life, making them more powerful than before. Same thing with the Insect Queen. And with the Insect Queen, we have no problem bringing her out with the 2 copies of Pinch Hoppers. They're also here because there's also 3 other high-level insect monsters. But we need not worry about them because with our level 4 monsters, we can send them to the graveyard using Insect Imitation to summon these out from the deck if we need be. Then, of course, there's Parasite Caterpillar, a monster who can destroy whoever it attacked it 3 turns later and summon the Poison Butterfly to do constant burn damage to your opponents. Then we have the Parasite that we try to bring out from your opponent's deck with cards like Jade Insect Whistle and Reckless Parasite. There's also cards like Shallow Grave to reset it. Once it transforms the opponent's field into insects, or we do so with DNA Surgery, we have Insect Barrier to seal them from attacking, and we also have the Insect Princess who can constantly power herself up, as well as having Eradicating Aerosol to destroy your opponent's most powerful monster. Once he switches over, he gains much more powerful cards to help bring out Primitive Butterfly to help summon out the Insect Queen, and we have some level 4 beat sticks for him down here. And straight from the video games, of course, we have the Larva Moth, Pupa of Moth, and Larva of Moth to help bring out the larger moth monsters. And then there's the Swords of Revealing Light to help get the strategy started. Now, on to the next deck. Dartz has a rather complicated deck. I like to call it the Boss Monsters deck. First, he has Orichalcos Gigas, a monster that can infinitely revive itself, coming back 500 points stronger than before at the cost of your draw phase. We have Mirror Knight Calling, which can fill up all your empty monster zones with tokens that can copy the attack points of whoever they battle, and in order to keep them alive, Mirror Knight Calling can give them all a token that gets removed instead of them being destroyed by battle, and it can constantly give them tokens once per turn. Then we have Orichalcos Cutora. Summon it at the cost of 500 life points, and it negates all battle damage that you would take. When it dies, it summons out Shuneros with a total attack of all the damage that was negated to you. And when Shuneros comes out onto the field, he of course brings his left and his right hand man, Dexia and Aristeros, the ultimate sword and shield. Aristeros can pierce through anything, always having the advantage with an extra 300 attack points. And Dexia can stop anything, not only having 300 more defense than the attacking monster's attack, but also forcing your opponent to attack it if they declare one at all. Then to prevent them from cowering in their defenses, we have Malevolence to force them into attack position and always deal damage. If Shuneros were to die with 0 attack points while your life points are 10,000 or higher, you bring out the Great Leviathan, Divine Serpent Get, at the cost of all of your life points. However, as long as it's on the field, you cannot lose the duel, and its attack points are infinite. The downside is you do have to get rid of the top 10 cards of your deck every time you declare an attack with it, but that should be no problem because you're going to win regardless. In order to help stop yourself from decking out, or to provide yourself with enough cards, we do have Jar of Avarice down here. Then we have all 3 forms of Orichalcos. We run the Seal of Orichalcos, the UDE version, which was the most powerful version. So, in addition to not being able to be destroyed or removed from play by card effects, and giving your monsters 500 attack points, as a quick effect, you can move monsters into your spell and trap card zones. That way, they'll be protected from powerful cards such as Dark Hole or Raigeki, or other such strategies can be disrupted. In addition to all this card can be played as a hand trap. The next level is Deuteros, which has the effects of the printed Seal of Orichalcos card, and can gain 500 life points for all monsters that you control. Then, of course, there's Tritos, which has the effects of both of the previous 2. Again, the printed Seal of Orichalcos, not the one in this deck. In addition to this, all of your monsters are unaffected by your opponent's spells and traps. Now, let's get on to the duel!